G'day guys, welcome to my Iron Spice feature video. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about NRL's Round 1's recap preview for 2023 guys. So let's get started. So starting with this first game of this match, we see my Parramatta Eels going up against the Melbourne Storm. Now 16 points to 12, the scoreline was. This one was absolute credit to the Melbourne Storm players. If I was there, I would have said to myself that we didn't play well, we didn't do good, the boys didn't really play enough game, held onto the ball properly. Full credit to the Melbourne Storm. They're a really good side. Harry Grant, I just got to give a shout out to you, man. You're an absolute legend. Every single time, the ball tackling, how the way you play this style of game was absolutely excellent. Scoring that try in that match was absolutely excellent. 16 to 12, that scoreline was absolutely close, and usually the Eels basically do beat the Storm in this game, but we just didn't have momentum, and Mitchell Moses didn't play his game at all. So didn't Dylan Brown. We need to play some attack footy and some defence footy. We cannot just sit around and do nothing with our defence and their attack. But anyway, this game was absolutely momentum. This game was absolutely defence, and that the attack with the Melbourne Storm was absolutely excellent. So I just got to give full credit to them. I don't really have much to say about the Parramatta Eels. They're a pretty much a good team. Harry Grant was my player of the match because he was an outstanding player for the Melbourne Storm. I would say without him, there's no Melbourne Storm at all. And plus Xavier Coates did well, but not enough to conceal the player of the match what I think who is the player of the game. But yeah, the player of my match was definitely Harry Grant in this game. But yeah, 16 points to 12. And now the next game of this match, we see the Warriors going up against the Knights. Now, this game was absolutely excellent. I did rate the Warriors. They were an absolutely fantastic team. In round 1, this game was taken to a whole new level. 20 points to 12. Another close scoreline this was. A very absolute good close scoreline. But I tell you, the Warriors did absolutely really well in this match. Shaun Johnson, Chante Nickel-Klokstad, I'd say, who else? I'm trying to think. Wade Egan, he played absolutely really well in that game. And you name it, this game would have had that momentum close to it. As you can see, the Warriors did have that benefit of the doubt. And the Knights, unfortunately, you guys didn't play well. Kalyn Ponga needs to rest because at the moment, every single time he plays, he just never gives up. But I rate this guy because at the moment though, every single time he gets an injury, he never gives up. And I'd say 20 points to 12 in this match. The Knights tried to hold on in this game, but unfortunately they couldn't really see another 3 or 4 tries in that match. But anyway, that game was absolutely confidential, and I would have thought the Knights would have held on, put a big game on, but unfortunately you guys didn't. And the Knights basically played a shocking game of football. And they're another team that just needs some of their defence and their attack, what I did say about the Eels earlier. They need some of their defence and their attack. And yeah, the Warriors did play a very good match in this game. So full credit to my Kiwi Warriors in this match. The next game of this match, we see the Panthers going up against the Broncos. Now in this game, the Panthers, really played a very good match in this game, and I got to rate it because the Panthers tried to hold on in this game, but they cannot concede attack, very good attack. as they usually did last year, they played an outstanding game. And in the competition, usually the Panthers are up top of the level. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. And now Manly Sea Eagles are now first on the ladder. So, yeah, it's do or die. But at the moment, 13 points to 12. Very close that was. And I would have thought Penrith Panthers would have won in this match. But unfortunately, though, this game did go either way. And it was pouring down rain in this match. And, yeah, it didn't go as planned. The Panthers don't really play as good in the wet. And so the Broncos just held on with a field goal attempt by Adam Reynolds in this match. And, yeah, this game was absolutely, conflicting because the Broncos really played a decent game of football, and it was a huge upset because obviously the Broncos were $4.50 and the Panthers were, I think, $1.13, I believe. So, yeah, if you would have put, that money on, you would have won big for the Broncos to win in this match. But, yeah, this game was going either way, and the Broncos really held on with 1 point win against the Panthers, and Adam Reynolds to kick that field goal to win by 1 point against the Panthers in this match. The next game of this match, we see the Sea Eagles going up against the Bulldogs. Now, this game, wow, was absolutely amazed, surprised, shocking performance by the Bulldogs. And did I see some defense, really good defense by Manly. 31 points to 6. Not a very high score, but an average scoreline to conflict this game. But obviously, Reed Marnie scoring the first try of that match, and then Manly continuing to score tries in that match. And Daly Cherry Evans to kick that field goal in that match to make it 31-6 in this game. And yeah, wow, with Daly Cherry Evans to kick that field goal, I was just going to say they obviously did rub it in Bulldogs' faces, and the Bulldogs would have been so frustrated in that match. And yeah, well, they would have said that the Manly's defense was absolutely poor, and yeah, it was just so hard to really think that the Manly Sea Eagles were going to win, but they obviously did. And another big upset in this game. I'm not too sure what they were paying, but yeah, this match was definitely going either way. I was definitely not predicting a high scoreline in this match, but hey, you did say it, 31-6 in this game, and the Bulldogs, they played shocking in this match, and they need to step up if they want to win games of football, because if you're gonna start off with round one in that game with a loss, a big loss, it's not going to look good for you. Definitely not. But anyway, 31 points to 6. Daly Cherry Evans kicking that field goal. And yeah, 31-6 the scoreline. And that was at the biggest game of all. The next game of this match, we see the Cowboys going up against the Raiders. Now, this match is to predict that the Cowboys were going to win. And they did. Wow. Did I see some really good defense by Cowboys. In the first half, the Raiders played absolutely shocking, but in the second half, they really played good. They're scoring 3 tries in that game, but with Chad Townsend kicking that field goal to make it 19 points to 18 in that game, took it to a new whole level, and I just thought, this team, I reckon they'll go to the grand final. And yes, I did say it, Nick from Australia. Cowboys will go to the grand final. And you want to know why? Chad Townsend, Tom Dearden, Cole Felt, Valentine Holmes, what was it? I was going to say it, but now I forgot. What was it? Who else? Colin Hess. and all those type of blokes like Jason Tamalolo. All those players really stand out in that game, and that defense and their attack was absolutely phenomenal. And yes, I'm saying it again, the Cowboys will go to the grand final. I don't know if they will win or not, but let's just hope. Let's just go there and wait and see for the next couple of weeks and see the grand final. Who can play in the grand final? But anyway, the Raiders really played well. It was hard. It was close. I literally thought the Raiders were going to win, but the Cowboys really held on really well by 1 point in this game for Townsend to kick that field goal in that match. The next game of this match, we see the Sharks going up against the Rabbitohs. Now, this game was absolutely really phenomenal by the Rabbitohs. Latrell Mitchell really stand out in that game, but he's not a real professional player to concede a lot of points, to concede tries. He is a good player, but I wouldn't rate him as a top player, because that's what he thinks, that he is a top player when he's not. And you gotta play well to concede the Dally M. And if you concede the Dally M, that's when you know you play well. That's when you know you're a top player. That's what my opinion is. Everyone else has their own opinion, so don't mind me. But yeah, the Sharks, without no Nico Hines, fortunately the Sharks did play very well, but not enough to concede a lot of points in this match. 27-18 in that game, and very close scoreline in that match to concede for the Rabbitohs to obviously win by that game. And wow, with Latrell Mitchell, Damien Cook, Cameron Murray, Lachlan Elias, you name it, the Rabbitohs are the real deal. The Rabbitohs are a real deal. If they can go along and win heaps of games, I could see them going in the finals, but not enough to concede in the grand final. I reckon, though, that the Rabbitohs could go either way. What I mean is, the Rabbitohs could go into 7th. That's my final prediction, and that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it there. The Rabbitohs are going to go on 7th. But anyway, the Sharks played really well, and obviously the Rabbits played really well, but the scoreline was definitely 27-18 in this match. The next game of this match, we see the Dolphins going up against the Roosters. Now, got to give you applause. Absolutely fantastic the Dolphins play, but let's just start with the Roosters. Now, the Roosters played absolutely really well in this match, and to concede a lot of points in this game, the Roosters played well, but not enough. Not enough. And there were injuries in the Roosters side, so that's why they were struggling in this game. And wow, did I see a big upset in this game. The Dolphins were $6.60 in that match, and wow, did I see some effort by the Dolphins. The Hammer, Jeremy Marshall-King, who else, Felice Kafusi, Jared Wallace, Jermaine Asako, you name it. Those players really stand out in that game. And not to mention, Felice Kafusi with his hits. Wow. I think he put 2 or 3 shots on different players, and he can hit. Wow. But anyway, 28 points to 18 in this match. Really good defense by the Dolphins. Really struggling by the Roosters, and obviously with Brandon Smith going out with injury in that game, and with Victor Radley obviously topping it, and then with a poked eye, the Roosters didn't really have that defense in their attack at all, and with their second half they didn't play well. But anyway, 28 points to 18. And yeah, well done to the Dolphins. And finally, the next game of this match, we see the West Tigers going up against the Titans. Now, this game, wow. This is another team that really didn't play well. Absolutely shocking in this game. And I would have to say, I felt so sorry for the Tigers because they played horrible. And I mean horrible. With the start of that game in the first half, with 12 points to 2, Tigers didn't have their greatest game of football. But hey, it's only round 1, and you might never know. They'll come back next week and give it their all. But anyway, this game, 22 points to 10 in this match, and that game, the Titans were just absolutely woeful in this match. With Jaden Campbell, AJ Brimson, what's his name? Number 3. I can't remember, but he played really well. The centre from number 3 from the Titans that played with the Bulldogs. He played really well in that match. But his defence was pretty good, not going to lie. And I just don't have much to say against this side. So yeah, I had to give them their all. And boys for the Titans really gave the Tigers the lesson that they deserve. And I have to say, their Titans supporters would have been so happy that they had a really good match played against the Tigers in this match. And yeah, 22 points to 10. I don't really have much to say for the Tigers anyway. Anyway guys, that's all from me. Thanks guys for watching this video. Make sure you do like and subscribe to my YouTube channel guys, and I'll see you guys later on my next vlogs, reviews, previews, and many more. Take care and have a good one.